Hey y'all, it's Craig with the Bickhams. Good to see everybody today. Today, y'all, Sunday. This is when they chose the college championship teams to enter. I've still got this sinus infection, y'all. All the pressure from here down by this eye and in my teeth. Time to cook some shrimp and grits. Some easy shrimp and grits, y'all. A little bit different twist. It's going to be a kind of combination of some shrimp and grits, but sausage gravy. So we're going to be doing a little bit of sausage, the shrimp, in a floured roux to make the gravy to go over the grits. So let's get to it, y'all. All right, shrimp and grits with a twist of that sausage gravy, y'all. So we're not doing the biscuits today, or at least I don't think I am. I don't really want to. I could have did some biscuit bread. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Cut down the side. Thank y'all. And I've got to put my glasses on. Look, Melissa still got a little cough. She does. All right, so we know this sausage is going to have a little bit. Now, this is not even a half a pack of sausage. Oh, not quite a half a pack. So we're going to get the pan heated up. Let's get that going. Now, we are going to be putting, this is probably not going to make, I need this to taste buttery anyway. This is not going to make enough butter tasting for that gravy. So we're going to take and we're going to use some more butter. So I'm going to start off with half a stick. So we're going to put, I guess that half. We're going to put a half a stick of butter in with the sausage because I need that extra little bit of fat so we can actually make this gravy with the flour. Make sure we don't put any paper in, and I've got to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Y'all, it's amazing. And then the sinus infection has actually made me even more blurry. Morning, Stacy. Sure. All right. We got a little chicken stock. Melissa's going to get me the milk out, so I'm going to go ahead and get the grits going. I'm just going to use a wooden spoon for the sausage. If you have one of those little choppers, which I do, I just didn't get it out. So, we're going to just use a wooden spoon. Alright, I got my milk. So, we have got a cup and a half of just quick grits. That's just some quick grits that we have. It's going to take 6.5 cups. So, we're going to use, golly, get off.
Oh, Sheena, that sounds good.
What sounds good?
Fried chicken.
Oh, yeah, that does. Alright, so we're going to use 4 cups milk. And we're going to use 2.5 cups or roundabout of chicken stock. For that many, for a cup and a half grits. I don't want to use all the milk. I hope I've got enough chicken stock. So I'm going to just pour, if I can not make a mess. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pan. And we're going to let the milk and that other half a stick of butter. Now we're going to make, I like my grits buttery, y'all. I just do. So we're just going to wipe this off. I'm not worrying about the milk being in there. So we're going to see if we got enough in this little container to get to 2.5. I don't think we do. No. Alright, so I ain't got enough. So I think what I'm going to do, let me get this sausage chopped up. Put that down. I know most people would say, oh Lord, all that sausage in that butter. I need it in that butter because we're going to be making a gravy. You know how sometimes when you do shrimp and grits, I know the last time that I cooked it's been a while, but a lot of times you use bacon. And you use that crumbled up bacon. Today's going to be just a little different. It's just going to be a little different twist on the shrimp and grits, and it's going to have, this is almost a half a pack of Jimmy Dean sausage. I'm just kind of getting it broke up. Like so, just get it broke up. Now I'm going to cut the heat down because I don't want to have to, so we're going to put it on a medium heat. Because I am going to wind up sticking some green onions in here. Melissa's got chopped up for me. And we'll have the green onions for the top.
Are you ready for them? The green onions?
Not yet. Boston butt for 99 cents. That's how I like to buy it. Alright, so let's go up to the 2.5 mark. Or give or take. Let's see, alright, so that's 2.5. So that gives us 6.5 cups of, let's see, let's go to the little one, of liquid for our grits. which is about, if you look at this, it's about half of this pot. She kind of separated some of the onion bottoms from the onion tops. So I'm gonna put the onion bottoms in with some of the onion tops. Now as soon as this sausage gets pretty much done, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit more, and we're gonna sprinkle in about, depends on how much gravy you want. I think y'all done about talked me into, I done talked myself into the biscuit bread, y'all.
We don't need no biscuit.
Oh yeah, the smelling this sausage is gonna make me want to eat this over a biscuit, y'all, with my grits. Yo-ho. So I'm gonna do it. Let me move this in here, and we'll get to the biscuit bread in a minute. Now, biscuit bread, you can make it in multiple different ways. No big deal. Super easy, but I'm gonna have to get it mixed up. Alright, so the sausage stuff is ready. Dump the onions in. I don't even really need these to get tender, but I'm just gonna stir them around for just a couple of minutes. Is all we're gonna do.
Hey, we got these rolls.
Not for me. No, it's not the same. Not the same for me. Alright, so just a couple minutes for them onions just to soften up just a little. To get you some coffee while you wait. Chicken stock, I'm gonna put a little salt. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a good couple teaspoons of salt in the grits. Because we're just gonna do salt and pepper and butter in the grits. We're gonna bring the seasoning in to this. Now remember, this sausage is gonna have some salt. So before I go to adding any salt, I'm gonna add in the Old Bay seasoning because of the shrimp. Now the shrimp's got water in it. So now we're gonna add in our flour, all-purpose flour. It's only gonna take a couple of tablespoons, y'all. So, I don't know, just eyeball. This is a cup. Just kind of eyeball it around, like so. A little bit more, so I can fit him back in the container. And we're just gonna cook the flour down before we start adding our milk in for the gravy. Now remember, we're not trying to brown this. Can you get the milk back out for me? And we're gonna measure the milk with our heart. So y'all got that? And I need a little garlic. And go ahead, and I want that ginger paste too on the door. Garlic paste, ginger paste. And all of that stuff that's stuck on the bottom, that's what you want. That's where all your little flavor is supposed to come from for your little your little gravy. Alright, so we're going to put some garlic paste because we're putting shrimp in. So a couple of good teaspoons of garlic, and I'm going to give it a little shot of ginger that I don't think I have open. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger paste, not much. Get off. Maybe a teaspoon of ginger. Now you're fixing to get some aromatic going. Alright, Mimi, can I have the shrimp, please? You got them all drained?
Yeah.
Shrimp and the milk. Shrimp and the milk's all I need. Please. Alright, I'm going to put the shrimp in. And I'm going to let the shrimp just kind of start getting a little pink. And then we're going to pour the milk in. Now the shrimp's got the liquid in it, so it's going to kind of start to thicken up automatically. So go ahead and get my milk.
The milk's right there.
Oh, never mind. She got my milk. Now remember, we're trying to keep this as a, I may have to put the butter, I may have to put the other stick of butter in, the other half. The other half, because I want this to be really, really rich. So we're going to go ahead and stick the other half of butter in, let it melt, and then we're going to start adding our milk in. Oh Lord, y'all should smell this.
Hey everybody.
Let that get in there and melt. Melt down. I'm gonna get my Old Bay seasoning while it's kind of getting happy there. If I can find my Old Bay. Reason I'm using the Old Bay is because I'm just trying to get that little bit of that shrimp flavor. that seafoody flavor that's going to go over these grits real good. So we're going to go in with probably a good teaspoon to start. I think we'll be plenty good with that. And as soon as I put this milk in here, we're going to start bringing all of those flavors off that bottom. But we're going to do it slowly. Good afternoon, Miss Linda. So we're going to put a little bit, and we're going to work it. And now I'm going to have to get my, and just add your milk like you want it to make it as thick as you want it or as thin as you want it. If you want to give it a little bit of a different, see, just use whatever kind of Creole seasoning, seafood seasoning. I can put a little bit of this blackened seasoning in here, which is very good. Hey, Miss Ruby. It's going to give it that color, plus it's got some herby flavors in it. Smells so good, y'all. So good. But you just keep this recipe simple. We're going to be adding cheese on top. Mama, never mind. I'm going to stir my milk. I see my milk getting more. And this pot that I have, y'all, doesn't have a handle on it. The handle fell off. Don't know what happened, but it did. So we're going to let all of this just get kind of married together and let it pull all of that flavor off that bottom. That's what we want. Then let the shrimp get cooked through. We're just going to cut it down. Once it starts bubbling back, I'm just going to cut it down to low, and I'm just going to let it kind of sit here and simmer a few minutes, and we're going to be good. Then I'll be able to taste it. As long as my taste is good enough. I'm going to give the milk back to Mama. Hey, Miss Doris. Happy Sunday, y'all. I am going to put a little bit of my, even though we got the green onions, I'm going to put a little parsley because I like to be fancy and pretty like that. I like that green color. It's not going to give it, you know, so much different flavor, but it's going to give it a really pretty color when we put it on top of them grits. The milk's heating up pretty good. Once this comes to a little bubble, we're going to just cut it down to low. Still trying to get our milk boiling. Now just cook your quick grits the same way you would cook the directions on the grits. It takes usually about 5 minutes to boil, and then we'll put the lid on them, move them off the heat, and let them sit. And then we're going to add what we want. All right, so we're getting bubbly here. So we're going to turn that down to low. Now let me get to, I'm going to put it on simmer. And we're just going to let this kind of hang out until I can get everything off the bottom. The shrimp's pretty much done. It does not take these little bitty shrimp long to get done. And it looks so pretty, y'all. It's a nice little orangey creamy color. Very pretty. It's going to have lots of flavor. That sausage is going to come through that shrimp taste. Now, we're going to get our cheeses ready because we're going to put a little bit of cheese in the grits, and we're going to save a little bit of cheese to go on the top. I asked Melissa what kind of cheese she wanted. I'm going to just use my little bowl right here. She said she wanted, she said I could use Colby Jack. So, did you put the cheese grater down? Did you paste it in?
No, I haven't.
All right, so handy dandy Guidel cheese grater. Super great, y'all. I don't know why I had that other knife. I mean, no spoon, because I might not need it. I will need a little bowl, though, just to catch my cheese. I'm going to turn that to low. So low is going to be plenty. This is just going to get here. It's just going to thicken up, y'all, is all it's going to do. You know what I got to do? Hang on, y'all. We're going to wait. Won't take me but a minute to do the cheese. I got to do my biscuit bread, y'all. Y'all keep this super simple. This biscuit bread is very easy.
I think I did it.
We're going to use some self-rising. Did you see the comment?
I don't see it now, but
It'll come up in a minute. Remember it did yesterday. Just give it a few minutes. All right, so we're going to use
yeah, it came up.
we're going to use 2 cups Ooh, y'all, that smells good. I'm gonna turn it off. All right, so I'm gonna use 2 cups self-rising flour. There's a half a cup, 1 cup, 2 cups. Don't worry about, you don't have to add any, if you want to, you can add in extra baking powder, you can add in baking soda, whatever you want. I need the milk again, please. We're gonna do a little bit of sugar. Now when I say a little bit of sugar, just do a couple of, like a couple tablespoons of sugar. That's it. You can add in a little bit of salt if you want. You don't have to, being that this is going to cook like a cornbread. I think it's about 1.5 cups of milk. I'm just going to be stirring it, and we're going to let it just kind of do its thing. So I'm just kind of getting another wooden spoon. I think my shrimp's done, y'all. So we're going to move the shrimp off the heat. Oven's preheated. So take your milk, 2 cups flour, a couple tablespoons of sugar. You know what? Ugh.
What?
I need butter. I need butter, please.
Is there butter on that thing? Or do you use it on the little thing?
No, I need it melted. I need this butter melted before I put my milk in.
Oh.
So I gotta melt my butter, stick my butter in. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Stick, please. Stick of butter. So I'm gonna melt the stick of butter real quick in the microwave. 45 seconds. We're gonna melt that butter. It's gonna call for 1 cup of butter. I'm not worried about that. I've already poured a little bit of milk, which I shouldn't have done. But that's all good too. So, and I forgot what I had this spoon for. Oh, the biscuits. Since I boiled my milk over and made a mess on my stove.
What are you cooking?
Well,
Shrimp.
I don't know if you call it cooking right now. Cleaning.
He's trying.
All right, so we got the milk boiling. I'm fixing to put the grits in. Go ahead and stir them, turn them down so they don't do that again. Since I'm trying to do multiple things at one time that I should not have been doing. So we're gonna let the milk's hot. The butter's melted, almost. About 10 more seconds. I'm gonna put the grits back in since we made a mess, because we made a mess. And it ain't gonna take them long to bubble.
No.
Get your grits stirred in, get them back to a boil. We're gonna cut them on low, put the lid on them. We're gonna let them boil for 5 minutes, then we're gonna move them off of the, oh, I know, Miss Patricia. It's just now I gotta clean the top of my stove. I wasn't planning on doing that today.
He don't feel good, y'all. He needs to take a rest break after this.
Probably do. I've been out in the shop. I was working on videos. And we'll need a little more butter for these. I don't put my butter in, y'all, until the end. And the milk does, y'all know, milk heats up different than water and broth does. Oh, listen. Alright, so that's it. So cut it down so it don't boil over.
Oh, you're shutting the oven.
It's okay. It's alright. Alright, so this is a 1/2 cup of butter. Now we got the other butter in the bottom of the pan.
You better check it.
It ain't quite melted yet. But you gotta stir these. So.
Do you need me to come stir them?
No. I need my biscuits stirred up. Timer. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. Now I need another spoon. I got it for this. Alright, so we're just gonna mix in our flour. It's not supposed to have milk in it right now. Our butter. You can use Crisco if you want to. And then we're going to add in our milk. And you're just trying to get this so you can pour it into that pan, y'all. So I'm just eyeballing all this with my heart. And I'm just going to stir it because you're looking for a little thicker than a pancake batter is what you're looking for. I'm telling y'all, I don't have enough room. I just don't have enough room in this kitchen. So, good Lord willing, one day I might build me a kitchen just to cook and do my videos on. One day. That I can set the cameras up straight across from me. I don't have a microwave right here in the way. So just kind of get it stirred together. So you can pour it and don't overwork it. It's no different than overworking biscuits. You know what I mean? So it can stay a little lumpy. You just want to get the majority of them out. Now you can make these the same way. If you want to, where's my Sprite? Y'all know I like to use my Sprite and stuff in my biscuits. Because of that Popeyes flavored biscuits.
Here you go.
Pour me some in.
Pour you some in.
Right there. Not much. Now that's the only bad thing.
Not much.
Nope. That's good. It don't take much. Stir it up. That will make that biscuit bread even more fluffy than it was. Just trying to keep my grits from sticking there. We're going to fix all of this up to where it looks nicer, y'all. I usually wouldn't do that, but we're going to put the grits in a bowl once they're done and get all this old mess cleaned up here.
All right, I think this is stirred up good.
And I can tell I don't. I'm just definitely not myself. I don't even want to see them anymore. I don't even want to see them. All right, so your biscuit stuff, it's lumpy, but you want it runny, okay? So I guess I could have got some more of the lumps out, but I'm not worrying about that.
Miss Patricia
It's gonna need a little
said,
more.
Have you seen the bread made from the ice cream and the flour?
I did. I sure have seen that. I told Melissa I did see a video though of a lady that makes her own loaves of bread every Monday for the week. She don't buy bread. She makes her own white bread for sandwiches, and that's something I would like to do. All right, so this pot's hot. You can see the butter sizzling. So into the pan, y'all. I should have thought about this before, and I could have had this already mixed. Thank you. All right, in the oven, takes about as long as biscuits take. I got it on 375 on speed bake. You can kick up the heat if you want to. I might put it to 400. It's going to take about 25 minutes. 400 degrees, timer. We're going to look at it in 20 minutes. So, I might get to start cleaning my grits off the counter. I'm like very impatient when it comes to cleaning my my counter. I mean my stove top. I'll be wanting to wipe it down and get it homemade bread. Yeah, I don't know if there's I mean hers wasn't bad. Hers wasn't the recipe wasn't hard. I don't have a really good bread pan. We got a few loaf pans, but I don't have a bread machine, and I don't have a bread nothing. We done had to stick this back up a little bit. Because I'll get to polish the top of the stove. Alright, so the grits are going to take a couple more minutes, and then we're going to turn them off and we're going to let them get happy. So now we can do our cheese. Like that bad?
Hey, Miss Cheryl.
What did I cut? Butter? I need this knife. Gonna do about a half a block of cheese, y'all. Half a block of cheese. And the cheese grater. And I don't think I'm gonna need, here you go, Mom.
Miss Patricia says she's got a bread machine that she hadn't used in 15 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be afraid to use it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I got this, I do. So just grind your cheese up with the handy dandy cheese grinder. You know what? I'm gonna grind the whole block.
Hey, Miss Eleanor.
And the cheese has already gotten soft, y'all. That's why if you leave your cheese in the refrigerator longer, it'll work better. I'm gonna just grind it all up. If I don't use it all, then it'll be good. But we may stick some in the grits too. But it been sitting out here. It's kind of gotten a little warm, so the cheese is softer than normal. All right, y'all. We're gonna turn that off. Make sure we got all our cheese out.
Hey, Angel.
I'm gonna go ahead and bump this like it's off. Take my handle off and pull everything out. Put this, Melissa's gonna put this in the sink. Let's see if I got anything off. Y'all can see how it's sticking. It normally wouldn't do that, but because it's warmed up, the cheese is very soft. You can get your little handle off and move that out the way. So if you're interested in the cheese thing, it's down in the, did you get it pinned? Because I don't see it.
Yes, I pinned it. I don't know what happened, but it said pinned.
Alright, y'all see it at the bottom, y'all? Being that I'm recording, I don't see it. Just wondering. The link for the cheese grater, she pinned at the bottom. Alright, the grits are really, really getting nice and creamy. Just keep letting them sit. Now we're going to add, do what? They see it?
They see it.
I'm going to go ahead and add a little black pepper in the grits.
Hey, Miss Debbie.
Don't be shy with the black pepper, y'all. You got to be able to see your black pepper. Quit that. Got to be able to see the black pepper.
It really does, Miss Susan.
What?
I mean, Miss, hold on. Sheena.
What? What is
That cheese grater makes it so much easier.
it? Oh, yeah. It does. It makes it a lot easier.
I know, Miss Susan, they were.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my butter. I'm going to have to leave my razor blade out. I got some softened butter over here. So we're going to stick a good bit. So we're going to stick a half a stick of butter in the grits. So we done used all kinds of butter. So this is, y'all notice it's going to be really buttery, really creamy.
Miss Beth wants to know what kind of grater it is.
You can get it, Miss Beth, from the bottom. Click on that link below. You can click on that link that's pinned at the bottom and you can go get it from Amazon, from our Amazon storefront. But it's a Gidale. Gidale is the name of it. But you can go, you ain't even got to go hunt for it. Just go to that link that Melissa's got below the comments and click on it and go right there. Alright, so the butter's gonna melt. The shrimp's hot. That's here. I'm fixing to really, I told y'all my patience was not good when it comes to my stovetop.
He's OCD, y'all. He can't help it.
OCD. So, hang on a second. I'm supposed to go ahead and get this started to come off. I'm going to kind of show you what I do. Alright, so just lay that damp paper towel right there. It's not going to get all of it off. That's got a little bit of damp soapy water in it. Leave that there while it's warm. Because we're going to be using this here blade in a minute. Hopefully it'll get it all off. A little bit of the cheese, little bit of the cheese in the grits, y'all. So now we've got them just a little bit cheesy. They're not extra cheesy, they're just a little cheesy. So we got the big bowl of grits. It ain't been but 15 minutes on 400 degrees, y'all. Ugh. And I think we're about, oh yeah. So it ain't gonna take 20 minutes at 400 degrees. We're gonna come out with that bread and we're gonna bowl up. Let's get that old biscuit bread out. And it's not dark color. Off, off, off. That's hot. That's hot. So there y'all go. So it's a little darker on this side. That fan tends to do that, but it's already separating from the side. That thing hot through that, y'all. I'm gonna move it. I ain't gonna set it on here. I'm gonna just move it to the back. I'm gonna take my knife that I was cutting my butter with. I guess I will stick it on that. Now, when I cut mine, y'all, you could cut it how you want. You could cut it into triangles or whatever. I started kind of cutting it into squares. So I start with the two sides. You know, come in about half, from the half mark to the thing, come in about halfway. And then just saw through. And then get down the middle. And the same thing on this side. And now we're going to do it into like thirds. Let me rinse that out a little bit. Just get a fork, leave a fork in the bread. Alright, so we're going to get our grits. We're going to get us a thing of creamy grits, y'all, because they're very, very, very creamy. Very, very creamy. And we're going to make the bowl look pretty, or at least as pretty as we can, y'all. So when I do that, because I wind up taking pictures of it, y'all, the grits do need a little bit more seasoning from me. That's okay, though. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of our shrimp stuff. And we're going to spoon us a little dollop of that shrimp stuff right in the middle. We're going to put a little bit of cheese. A little bit of cheese. And we're going to put our green onions. You got to have those green onion tops on it, y'all. Now, I want some more. I'm going to leave the Old Bay seasoning out, because I want the Old Bay seasoning. Because I know what kind of flavor profile that I'm going for. Remember, got big holes, so don't pour it out fast. You could put you some paprika on top if you want. Voila. Easy shrimp and grits. That you could call it shrimp and sausage grits if you want to, like a shrimp and grit gravy or shrimp and sausage gravy. And let me get the biscuit bread out. We're gonna get one piece. I don't know if it cut on the bottom. Remember that bottom was hot with that hot butter, so it kind of makes a
crispy.
It makes a crispy crust on bottom. So you got to kind of cut through the bottom of it. And there we go. And look how fluffy, without rolling out any biscuits or anything like that. How fluffy that is. Just flop it down there. It ain't gonna matter. Put that on the side right there. Lunch for champions, y'all. You gonna take a little bite? I ain't gonna take too much so I can take a picture of it, because I gotta have pictures for my stuff, you know. Make sure you blow it. Sauce bon.
Miss Beth said, have you eaten anything today?
Nope. This is what I ate today. You just see me take my first bite. Very, very good, y'all. Very good. Super, super easy. Super, super flavorful. I hope that y'all enjoyed these. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I hate that I made a mess on my stove. Let me do my, I'm hangry. Shrimp and grits, sausage shrimp and grits gravy over them creamy, creamy grits, y'all, with some biscuit bread. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you give us a like, give us a share. Make sure you subscribe to our With the Bickhams channel, and we will see you on the next recipe. I'm Craig. Bye, y'all.